Welcome to the Spikeball Tour Series. We are here at the Raleigh Challenger today with the women's finals. We've got the #1 team, TWINZ, versus Graham Rogers, who just came out of their semis against Biggie Smalls, where they won very commandingly in 2 games.
Absolutely. Yeah, game 1 was close. We had swings back and forth. We had them down in the middle of the game, like 15-13, down a couple breaks and a clutch timeout call. And so, but game 2 was not close. They really dominated game 2. And that is a good feeling going into this finals, especially against a team that they have not beat this season, have not taken a game off this season.
Yeah.
And so you're coming into that and you want to be playing confident. You want to be playing their game. We saw from Graham Rogers some serve pressure that we've seen before, but it was really on. And that's part of what you're going to need to take down TWINZ here.
They've got to be feeling confident going into this women's finals right now. Winning that game 21-14, and Biggie Smalls is the #2 team in the power rankings, and Graham Rogers is the 4. So the 4 taking down the 2, that's a great day for them, and now they've got another shot at TWINZ here. The last time they met at the Spikeball Tour Series was in Richmond, where they met each other in the finals.
Yes. Love it. All right, so we've got Alli Jenki up to serve, and she'll hit rim, serving 0-0. And she'll swing again here, and that one is good, and she finds a nice cut on Rogers there to go up early. And if you have to serve first, you really want to do something with it so you get up that break, which helps.
Jenki's stance is really funky because she did that instep and she can absolutely jam the heck out of you or cut it.
Yeah. Yes, for sure. And her jam is really good. And we see a little swing and a jam there. And we see a play on a really high ball. And Graham goes to put that away and I believe hits rim. So that'll be 2 breaks for Alli starting off the game. We also see Alli starting off the game for them, which they got to choose. So some indicator of what they're thinking about who has the serve pressure right now.
It could have been also that they deferred to Graham Rogers, and Graham Rogers said receive again.
Yeah, I'm just talking about between Alli and Olivia.
Oh, I see.
Making that decision for Alli to go first.
I actually like that rotation.
Yeah, me too.
Olivia can hold so well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Watching her in co-ed especially, receiving some of the best servers in the world. I mean, she can hold.
Right.
Speaking of, she held, and now it's her serve.
Yep. And she fakes the right, swings left, and something we've been noting is players in sneakers, and we see Olivia out here in sneakers. So we'll see if that ends up being a wise decision or not. When you're the #1 women's player in the world, I guess you wear the shoes you want to wear.
Appearance-wise, she looks great.
She does look great. So Rogers will get to serve for the first time in the game. Serving 2-3 down that break that Alli got early. And she hits a good cut serve, a little bit high, and they opt to play. And Alli drops that, and Graham's not there.
That's the smart hit that Becca Graham herself hit earlier.
Yeah, yes,
but
for sure.
Didn't defend it this time.
Yep. Yep, and we're going to need to see Graham Rogers just, there you go, good serve, good set, and a great body there from Alli, who's able to body it up. Good set from Olivia to give her options, and Alli puts that away right through the open, so that's another break, a defensive break for TWINZ. And now back to Alli. So they've got 5-2. She'll swing, and she is swinging on this ball, which we love to see.
Everyone on this net is pretty consistent.
Yeah.
But I know that Alli Jenki is absolutely very consistent. I'm not super surprised there that she swung very hard.
Good serve by Rogers. Oh. And that's kind of an awkward touch by Rogers there off that ball. That ball is kind of pulled, and she is there and pushes it a little bit away from the net, and Graham just can't make that play. So Olivia up to serve, up 6-3. She'll hit rim. And we go on her second serve. We see kind of a attempt at a consistent-ish put on. Doesn't find it. And Rogers serves 4-6 now, and we'll see if we can get some serve pressure out of Rogers here. They're going to need it against Twins, who are a good defensive team and a good offensive team. You really have to put some pressure on if you're going to get touches there.
Absolutely.
So they do. Their shot selection's very good. Their hitting's good.
Yes.
She steps out, hits a banger of a cut serve, and that serve that will go to observers. It was called rim, and Graham Rogers thinks it's clean.
Now it's 7-4. Okay, 7-4.
A little bit of confusion, but now we're back to Alli. So that was called rim on serve. That's back to Alli serving. Up 7-4. She goes for the lefty. Almost finds it. That probably
Showing
helps.
it early.
Yes, and it helps earn that serve some respect if you're at least close on it.
But she goes for her tried and true, a low jam, and she runs around the entire circle to now serve 8-4 at Alli Rogers.
And and there's another jam serve.
Speaking of tried and true, there's
Just back-to-back couple breaks here, and I was surprised to not see Rogers take off for that serve earlier. I thought that they might could have a touch there, and it's just, you know, the confidence isn't quite there. And there's another dig by Twins, who puts that ball away. Just a run here by Twins, absolute run. Alli serving. Couple breaks on serve, and then just an awkward play there. They got an easy 1-2-3 put away, picked up off that error. And another touch. Olivia snags that ball. Great set by Alli, and Olivia rips that. Was that a lefty?
I think it was a left.
Lefty lasers that from off net, and there we see the timeout, which is just absolutely essential at this point.
I think that that point needs to be talked about more, because first, Alli Jenki's serve is disgusting.
Yes.
Absolutely disgusting.
Yes.
Just like that drop, I don't even know where it hits her. I'd love to ask, because she's hit that on me, and I could not move. I just absolutely could not move. So she hits that first, and I thought it was going to be done.
Right.
But it looks like Graham Rogers is able to put that on.
Yep.
But, like, what a touch from Olivia there.
Yes.
And then Alli with a nice high set to give Olivia time. And that's, I think, one of the big differences here between these two teams is Alli and Olivia can absolutely do those high sets, but get them back on the net and put that away. I would rim that hit every single day. Maybe not even touch the net.
Absolutely.
But
I'm whiffing that 100%.
That's, I think, a huge part of their game, and what separates them from a lot of the women's teams out here is just they can absolutely get that ball back on the net.
And the ability to convert on those touches. And when you get a touch, not just getting it back on, but against a strong offensive team, if you're dinking that on because it's a high set and you don't trust yourself, like Olivia with the lefty laser off net there, I do not trust my left in that situation. I'm going to be doing a little awkward push at that point every time. But Olivia trusts herself. She's played. She's been in that situation. And being able to put that ball away in that situation and not give them another chance and need to hold that again is really big.
And I think she was a little bit more confident because of how open that was, too. She knew she could just put on maybe 50%, and no one was going to touch that.
So Alli's back serving, up 11-4. First serve is high. Second serve is a nice low jam. And Graham splits that well. That was a good read by Twins. They're kind of in the right spots there. But Graham hits right along that lane. Nice hit in that situation. So Graham gets to serve now. First serve won't find the net in the way it should have. Got some hype rallies from the premier semis happening that they're taking a peek at. Good serve there from Graham. That's a big swing by Alli, who booms that out over Rogers. And Jenki are just playing really nicely here. They're doing what they need to do. They seem totally in command of this game in the way that Graham Rogers did in our semis match that we just came out of. It's a good serve there by Olivia. Great recovery set, but just gets caked by Olivia. Oh, and another good touch. Oh, and they can't get that on.
There's a little bit of a miscommunication there between Graham and Rogers about who was going to take that soft touch.
Yes.
But that could have
so
won
hard.
them the point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're synced up there. So Olivia serves again, fakes the left, swings right. Will go to, won't go to observers. Twins has a little disagreement between themselves about what they thought on that ball, but Olivia makes the call. And just a kind of mid-pressure serve there. Misset by Rogers for another break for Twins. Olivia swings again, up 14-5, and you just have to play confident here and close out this game. Unless something crazy swing happens here, then you just kind of continuing building your confidence for game 2. But she will double fault.
I think part of this game here is that these teams have played each other many a time.
Yeah.
And it's always come out with Twins on top.
Yeah.
And so Twins is really they're so confident.
Yeah.
Right now.
Come into that game with a totally
especially
different
with this score.
Yep. Oh, and that's a great serve by Rogers. Good recovery set and an amazing body and a great backhand put away by Rogers. That's just a perfect set in that situation by Graham, too. I want to give them both their props there. A great body, great set, great put away. And we see that swing by Olivia, which was good, but Rogers reads that really well and makes a great defensive play. And that's really big for them. That's a good
huge
break. Got to keep that going. So she will fake, swing right, and then go to 7-14, second serve. Rogers serving Alli Jenki. Swings hard again. Now, unfortunately, hits that front rim. She'll put the ball back in the hands of Alli, who has had a lot of breaks this game. She's definitely had the majority of the breaks between her serving and then them getting defensive touches while she's serving. And that actually faked me out really bad. I thought she was swinging.
Can you see why I didn't move from the service line when I saw that serve?
Yeah, that's a really good drop. If you're Rogers, you're really glad that didn't land.
Oh,
so
yes.
That's a double fault. Graham serving and a good cut serve. Olivia chorns out a little bit. Maybe not a full chorn, a half chorn.
Enough to put that ball away.
Yeah, which is the right move there. You don't want to give an opportunity for a rundown by hitting high. So Olivia serves. Oh, and just a good cut serve.
Wow.
A little bit outside of Graham, who tries to snag it. Maybe a little bit of a trying to carry that ball back to where it can be gettable.
Played serve here.
Okay. Yep.
That's what you want to do. That was a gift.
Yeah. Yes.
That serve was perfectly in the range.
Yeah. Yeah, when you get a gift wrap serve like that, and they've been putting on pressure all game, you play that for sure. And it turned out smart. They got the hold. So Rogers serving 19-17, goes for the bowl, doesn't find it. That's my favorite serve.
Interesting stance to try to bowl out of, but I respect it.
It is.
She did ace me with a bowl when we played in Atlanta. Hated that.
The bowl is a really underrated serve. And we have to
yes.
shout out Tori Farlow for being one of the best bowl servers in the game in her heyday.
In her heyday.
So
she did play this year.
True. She did play in Richmond. Don't remember who with.
Me.
Oh, she played with you. That's right.
I was like, is he going to ask? I think he might.
No.
It was me.
I was just giving an opportunity to say something cool.
We did get out to Twins. Not sure what happened there. That was a very cheeky shot from Becca Graham. It looked like Olivia just was not ready for that one.
Yeah, I was expecting a touch there. Didn't see one. All right, so Graham serving. Good pressure serve. Handled. Good set. And a great pull by Jenki there.
That's not a bad place for Rogers to be.
Right.
You just saw Alli Jenki with a bunch of jam serves, and you think she might push the hit.
Yeah.
But she can do a lot of things.
Yes. Olivia serving 19. Fakes, swings left. Hasn't found a great left this game that I remember. But that's a good cut serve. Oh, and that's a beautiful play by Rogers there to drop that off, which TWINZ acknowledges. They're just like, we're not covering that.
And there's no way, because I thought she worked with one square of the net.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
It somehow came off without, you know, popping off the rim first.
Right.
That's a crazy hit from Rogers. I know that's a delayed reaction. That was crazy.
Yeah, it really was. In the moment, it was like, wait, is this possible? Is this happening? It's happening, guys. Rogers has that shot. You got to cover that. Got to cover that 100%.
Wow, lots of good round net going on this field right now.
All right, so we've got Rogers serving 11-19. Second serve. Drop put on.
Yeah, me.
Oh, and another miscommunication there off a body up. At least the second kind of there that we've seen from Graham Rogers. They collapse well on that and get that touch on a low hit. And that's one you really need to convert in this scenario. So that's a good in-system play and a great pull by
Amazing pull.
Graham.
I didn't think she had that angle sitting here. I think that's, if she had pulled it anymore, it wouldn't have been legal.
Right.
I think that would have been bad.
But we had clean.
Absolutely.
Oh, and a good hit there by Alli Jenki to just slap that ball into Graham to close out game one, 21-13 TWINZ. What did you see in that game that surprised you?
Oh, my goodness.
Was that a surprising result?
I'm not surprised by TWINZ coming out on top, but the score is a little bit shocking to me.
Score is a little bit surprising, especially after, I mean, we just commentated semis where they played Biggie Smalls, which is a really good team, Foster and Pearson, and just commandingly, you know, in game two. And so for that momentum switch, or not a momentum switch, but the difference between those games and, you know, their ability to make touches, their ability to get aces on, they had some really good serve. Graham Rogers had some good serves in that game, and TWINZ really received and played really well.
Yeah. TWINZ just looks dominant. They don't even look stressed as they're playing here. It seems like they know what they're doing. They know what Graham Rogers is doing even. But for the most part, besides those two very cheeky shots that probably wouldn't have, I don't know where that came from.
Props.
But they know what they're doing. They know what Graham Rogers is doing.
Yeah.
And
that puts you in a good spot.
Yeah.
Play your game when you know their game as well and you kind of dialed in on what you need to do on defense, dialed in on offense.
Definitely. Yeah, they're looking strong on a lot of fronts here. On offense, first of all. They just are, their shot selection is impeccable. They're not getting up that much, and even when they are, it looks like Graham Rogers can't bring it back. That is a big difference maker here. And then when the TWINZ are getting ups on Graham Rogers, they're putting it away. There's a divide here. But serve-wise, I am loving all the serves that I'm seeing around. There's a lot of variety. A lot of variety, and I think a lot of like high serve percentages also.
Yeah, that's true. Not a ton of double faults in that game. That was just a really fun game to watch. One thing that, you know, I'm very big on in roundnet is mental game, right? And so that was one thing you were talking about earlier is TWINZ coming into this match, having not lost to Graham Rogers in bracket play, maybe ever. I don't know, depending on the history of those teams. So ever. And so when you're coming into that game, maybe at the beginning there's a little bit of, hey, is this the first time? Like, we got to play our game, right? But then once you're up 5, 6, 8 breaks, it clicks in your head to say, we're doing what we've always done. And then on the other side for Graham Rogers, you're thinking when you come into this game, maybe, you know, the negative space is we've never beaten them. The positive space is there's a first time for everything. Is this our day? But then, you know, having a 21-13 game has to put a little bit of pressure on that, has to make you think it's happening like it's always happened before.
Definitely.
So you got to be able to unseat that mindset and say, you know what, it's first time for everything, and you got to come into this game and play your game. But that's definitely hard coming into a game too, where they've seen this story before, and it didn't end in a way that they probably loved. Didn't end with the result that they would have preferred.
Yes. Graham Rogers has been dominant in their career before, so I'm thinking that at some point when TWINZ was first starting to play, I think there's a possibility that they played each other and Graham Rogers has won.
Yeah.
So that is amended.
Right.
But
Since
in
the
recent
2021
history,
season
yes,
and
in recent
moving into this
history,
season.
this story has gone the way of TWINZ.
Yeah.
When they played in the Richmond women's finals, it was TWINZ winning in 2 games.
Yep.
So that is the most recent matchup that they've had besides pool play. So we'll see what we can make happen here.
All right, so cranking up game 2 here of the women's finals, and we see a great cut serve there. Nice touch by Olivia on that in system 1, 2, 3. And that's hard coming into this game. You get that first serve and you hit a serve that you love, and then it's, you know, a put away. You don't get a touch. It didn't even feel like you put pressure on. That's tough for sure. So you have to react to that. Got to be ready for the next point.
And I think that's actually where Graham and Rogers do so well, is like playing each point like as its own standalone point. I think that comes with the experience they have.
Nice, and that's a great 1, 2, 3 there. And I think that's something that they can do in this game too, is set that ball to where TWINZ has to be both rotating around, right? When you have that 1, 2, 3, that's going to get them the potential there for those big holds. Oh, and nice pickup there from Becca, and a good put away as well. So that's a great defensive break there for Graham Rogers. Nice
Rogers going to follow that ball and then putting
Yeah.
it between the defenders again.
Really good read on that hit. That's not a normal hit, you know, that backhand righty flick. And so that's a good read by Graham to be there on that. And a good serve by Graham as well. And a nice 1, 2, 3 rotation from TWINZ there to put that ball away.
Yeah, everyone on that net was moving.
Yeah.
There. And I think I've seen a couple times here where Graham Rogers is playing defense and they're in great spots, but maybe a little too far. Rogers was underneath that ball, and I think that if she had taken 1 step in, maybe 2, she would have gotten an up.
Yeah. We see a nice serve there from Olivia. Graham gets a hand on, but can't bring back to the net, so Olivia will get to serve 3-2 here, getting that break back. That hard-fought defensive break goes back to TWINZ there. Just off a serve, good serve by Olivia. Good rotation there, and Alli makes a great touch. Olivia was butter set, and just a kind of awkward ball there that bounces off, and neither Graham nor Rogers decide to come in and play that on the net. Those are the worst points in round net to lose. Totally infuriating. But it was a good play by TWINZ there.
And Alli did say, I touched that. I don't know what, where, when, why, how, but it came off the net after she touched it.
Yeah. And that's a banger by Olivia. TWINZ has clean. Observers had high. So that'll go back to, oh my.
She had options though. She could have picked which one she liked better.
Think fast.
Very unexpected, but that is okay. Alli Rogers here to serve. She put on a lot of pressure in the Biggie Smalls semis match.
Yeah, and that's what you're going to need here on TWINZ. If you keep them in system, Graham Rogers has not been beating them in system. So, oh, nice reverse there. And but a great recovery set by Olivia and a good put away. And that's what's, again, like I said, so demoralizing sometimes. You hit a good reverse and a bad touch, and you're like, this is where we're breaking. And just Olivia, dime sets.
And I think Rogers just didn't expect for that play to get that far, and so it seemed like they were kind of out of system on defense there, just throwing their bodies at it.
Oh, and a good touch by Olivia there. On a good set by Alli, a little bit outside the rim of the net. Olivia coming back into that, tries to kind of volleyball swing down on that ball and hits the front rim. So that'll be a good point for Graham Rogers.
This is early game, and they might want to try to make a run here.
Ooh.
Big body up from Becca, but it looks like that's not going far enough.
Great body. And I don't think Rogers had a read on just where that ball was going. I think it was kind of hidden by Olivia from her. So nice screen. Oh, and a good drop. Good pick up there. And a beautiful shot by Rogers on the backhand.
I think
you have a call.
It was a simultaneous, or she hit the net.
Yeah.
So
that's fair.
That was not what they usually do.
The line between a beautiful hit and simultaneous is about, what, 10 milliseconds?
I thought you were going for like space. I was like probably like 0.1.
Yeah. 0.1
millimeters.
Whatever. Yeah, absolutely. The best hits are barely not simultaneous.
Yes.
Good job by our observers making that call. So Rogers will get the chance to serve here. 5-7. Steps out with the lefty, swings with the lefty, doesn't find it. She had that angle if she hits it with any cut.
Her form looks great.
Did look great. Style points, absolutely. And that's a good cut serve. Olivia gets there. Good set by Alli. And Olivia yeets that ball into Rogers.
Looks like she was going for a bowl shot there and just hits Rogers right in the torso.
And that's the fun thing about a bowl is if you miss it, it's at least hilarious and the ball's gone. So
best shot in the game.
Best shot in the game.
For so many reasons.
We're
here.
Big on bowls here. That's a good, another lefty look for Rogers there. Almost finds it. Barely clips rim. So she sets up for a second serve and hits a good cut serve. And a good set by Olivia. Oh, and a great touch. Oh, there. And I think that's another miscommunication about whether Graham had touched that ball. Do you think Graham did touch that ball off the net, or was that a roll-up?
I thought that she had.
Okay. So that may be right.
And then I think Rogers wasn't completely sure, which is why she opted to try to hit that.
It's probably the right thing, but again, doesn't make you confident in your hit. Nice, and a great put away by Rogers there. And good set by Graham. And that's that in-system play that we didn't see a ton of them making in game one. So that's big for them to be able to do that here.
They
takes the left, goes for the lefty drop, and almost finds it.
I love that. Even after that miscommunication, that other point, they're back in it.
Yes. And Olivia hits a lefty pull, and Graham with a pretty good body on that. Just Rogers can't quite react to it and get under it. Both teams making touches here and just making good plays in general. Exciting game so far. Olivia's looking for a good ball here, but she'll be serving 9-7. She gets
Look who has options now.
Observers maybe.
It's going to be gone in 2 points, though.
Yeah, those balls will be gone for sure. That's the best part of roundnet is chasing the balls and saying hey to your friends and checking in on their games.
I mean, the turf will carry a ball far, so
that's true.
You could be seeing a lot of people in that time.
Good serve receive there by Graham. Oh, and a great up. And that set is a little bit far, and Olivia can't adjust to it to put that ball away.
An amazing up from Olivia there. It just looks like Alli pushed that set far.
Yeah, that was a really good up.
The touch is what counts.
So this game is within 1 point right now. We have 8-9, and a banger of a cut serve there to tie this game up, and that's so big. To get the ball, to feel like you have the opportunity to break there and swing on that.
And right as we're heading into mid-game, this is 9-9 right now. This is what you want.
Absolutely.
This is the time to make those plays.
And we saw Biggie Smalls in game one of their semis break it about this time, right? And it was so helpful. And another! No way! And she cuts that ball in a no-touch ace. Going from down a break to up a break. Just a great serve there. She fakes, and she just cuts that more than Olivia anticipated. Wow.
And that's the time.
Yeah.
That's the thing about so many of these players in women's roundnet, especially these top teams, is they have the clutch factor.
Yeah.
It's just, when is it going to come out?
Yep. And we got fakes.
Opts for the lefty on her second serve. That's a level of confidence I would love to have in my lefty that I won't have for maybe a couple years.
Hey, your fuengo's cracked, though.
Love that. We love a good fuengo. Jenki to serve here. 10-10.
So So they went down that break. So when they get that hold back, you're still down the point, and a great hit while following through there. That is really hard to defend.
That shot is OP.
Yeah, it's absolutely.
She seemed to box out Alli
Yeah.
as she was doing that. And you do have a lot of options there.
A nice cut there. Oh, wow. And we got a no-hit zone violation there on Olivia. So that will be a break for Graham Rogers.
Looks like she dragged her foot through the no-hit zone on her way out of that hit. But that hit was nice and cheeky.
Yeah,
it was a great idea.
It was. If you stay out, that's a big win. That's a dub.
That is a dub. I think I've done that too, where I drag my foot.
Yeah.
I have to pick up my foot.
Yeah.
And then leave it on.
I know.
Yeah.
So many things to think about.
Oh my goodness. When the no-hit zone was introduced, good gosh.
Yes.
I was thinking about way too many things at once.
Good serve there from Olivia. Handled by Rogers. Good set that goes to the backhand flick, and that's what we were talking about. That kind of medium quick set against the defense where TWINZ has to rotate against that. That's where Graham Rogers is getting there, just quick 1, 2, 3 holds. If you're hitting into them, you don't want to give them the potential for touches. So.
Absolutely.
Oh, and a nice fake there.
That
Rogers
lefty
swings.
is going to hit. I know this is commentator's curse. It's going to hit when it matters.
It's going to hit? Wow. That's a big call.
Not that it doesn't matter right now, but that clutch factor,
Yeah.
it's going to come in.
It could matter more.
It absolutely could. And we have Alli Jenki here to serve against Becca Graham.
Serving from down, different from serving from up, right? Especially in game 1, up a bunch of breaks. You're just hitting whatever serve you're feeling like, and you're trying to get comfortable, and you're swinging for maybe reverses and lefty reverses. Serving from down, you're trying to find a serve to get you back in it, and she can't there. And that's unusual for Alli. Very consistent server, hits that nice jam on 2 a lot of times.
A few net fixes here from both sides. But yeah, you can see how this story is changing right now.
Pressure serve. Oh, and a great touch there from Graham. Oh, and a lip up. Alli sets. Olivia swings. Oh, and Rogers is right there, but opens up maybe a little bit early as she's running around and can't make that touch with her hand. It comes right by. So we'll see on the replay here. We see a little bit of that lip, and then a great set from Alli.
Great rally, and it's what TWINZ wants right here.
Right. TWINZ makes another defensive touch, and a good shot there by Olivia. Kind of pushes that backhand flick push. There's not a name for that shot. They just call it the OJ.
That was nice. Yeah.
Oh, and another good serve there from Olivia.
This is 3 points in a row going the way of TWINZ here, with 2 defensive.
Yeah.
Like getting 2 breaks off of defense and then getting a break off of an error.
Yep.
Which means that the serve pressure is working here.
and Olivia's serve pressure there is obviously working. You know, Graham does make that touch. It was a good touch on that serve, gets the ball up, but just a little bit out of system as she's running up to the net, not just sauntering up to the net like Frederick Hinkle, but running up to the net, off making a touch kind of behind her, and then makes that error, right? That's a
like Frederick Hinkle.
Like Frederick Hinkle,
what a
just
dingus.
the saunter. I love that man.
It is. That's true though. I mean, that's some confidence right there. But we are here at 15s. Both teams kind of looking stressed.
Yeah.
A lot more stressed than we saw in the first game.
For sure.
It's Alli Jenki's opportunity to serve again. She had double faulted the last time she served.
Yep. But she does not double fault now.
She doesn't repeat that.
Oh, and that's a good pressure serve. That ball goes up, but it's, you know, you're setting from maybe 9 foot off there. And Graham can't rotate around to get that ball on. She's trying to hit from off net. Nice drop there.
There's that drop.
Good set. Oh, and Alli almost makes a touch there, but Rogers is able to push it right past her. That's a good shot selection on that. It's a high percentage shot in a good spot. So Graham serves, goes for the drop. Some goofing happening. What?
It looks like Alli fell into the circle.
Oh my gosh.
So there was a lot of tomfoolery going on, basically.
Yeah.
But the drop was great.
It was.
And now it is Becca Graham serving 17-16 after a little bit of a wacky point. 17's, my bad.
That one does not connect. I don't know what happened to the ball. It was like, it wasn't the front rim. Must have been a weird back rim situation. So Olivia serves up the break, 18-17. Good receive there from Rogers. Good touch by Olivia. Alli setting from off net. And Olivia rotating around on that ball. And we see her hit that a lot of the time, but can't find it right now.
A great up from Olivia, but it looks like Alli was in a tough spot to try to set that. Was she going to set that to the far side or the short side of the net for Olivia? And that's a tough set to make.
And a good hit by Rogers on that last. It was kind of a quicker set, and she was able to see that opted for two. Oh, and Olivia pulls that ball. Graham's sitting there, slides over towards the pole, can't quite make a touch. She did read that for sure, though. So Alli gets the ball back in her hands with the ability to potentially close out this game. Great serve. And
Great
Becca puts
hit.
that ball away, the lefty off net. And yeah, that's a clutch hit.
That is, I'm telling you, the clutch is coming out. I'm going to say it. I don't care what happens. I mean, we always want game threes.
Yes.
We do. The clutch is coming
Oh,
out.
absolutely. All right. So Graham swings. Good set. Oh, and a great recovery set, but Graham picks that up. And great set by Rogers. And Graham rips that right through the open to make this game 20-19. And Graham has the opportunity to close that out here. She'll swing on that first serve. Good pressure serve. Olivia hits with a great pickup and a direct set. Oh, snagged. Oh, and another body touch up by Rogers there. That's an incredible play with multiple. And we're going to get a replay here of this just incredible play. And we'll see that recovery set is good, but another good touch, and then that put away. I think that was a previous play, which is super, super nice. So we're going to have 20-20 here. A very clutch hold by TWINZ on what could have gone either way. Got a defensive up there to stay in this game. And so Olivia will drop and hit rim. So she'll serve 20-20 as this game is going into extras. And she is able to hit a clean cut serve there. Goes to observers. Observers say all good. And so Olivia has a chance to close out this game here, serving 21-20. That serves high. You got to think lefty reverse right here.
Wango drop reverse, actually.
Just a consistent cut. Good set by Graham. And Alli picks that up. Oh, and we've got a call. And that was called bad. May have been someone hit the net or a rim. No hit zone violation there by Graham Rogers. So that game, which was so fun to watch, with that swing right there at the end, ends with a no hit zone violation. Not our favorite, but TWINZ is able to clutch it up there after Graham Rogers makes some serious progress in that game two, looking totally different from game one. TWINZ is able to clutch it up to win out in the finals here.
That might have been one of the closest games that Graham Rogers has ever played with TWINZ, taking them to game point.
Yeah.
And hey,
extras.
What can I say? The clutch factor on that net is real.
Yeah.
Because an ace from Olivia.
For sure.
And some great defense and just like, it's just good round net. It's just great round net.
And
I don't know.
Ace and extras, you know, at 20-20 versus going down that break as you move into extras is just so big. I don't think there's any way to describe how big that is to your game going into extras up. 100% different feeling from going into extras down.
Yes.
Because, you know, going into extras up, you know, you're looking for that one break, and down you're looking for not a miracle, but you're looking for a significant change in score there. So.
And even before that call, even before that no hit zone call, Alli Jenki picked up that hit and looked so confident she was going to put that ball away and win that game.
Yeah. Beautiful. Well, thank you so much for watching the women's finals and being here with us. We're going to be back